What's up, Second Take? I know it has been a while. I'm back. I'll be busy. I'll be doing stuff, but I'm here. It's been a crazy week. I just turned 20 yesterday, so I'm feeling good. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us once again. What's up, Jill? How are you?
I'm good. Happy late birthday, Armand. I know he's finally 20, double digits, or
Yeah.
sorry, 2 decades. He's been double digits. It's
Yeah.
been crazy. We're sorry. Like, he's had work, I've had school. We're going to make some big changes to Second Take that I hope y'all are going to like. We're working on that right now. But we're here now. We're here. We're ready for you. And I'm sorry. Sorry for the wait.
I hate you, Weezy fans. Anyways, it's been a crazy week, as I said. So first, the Supreme Court upheld the ruling for healthcare for all. So people can now be
I thought you were going to say the other thing, so I started clapping. Go on.
That's coming. And gay marriage is, same-sex marriage, rather, is legalized nationally. So you don't got to travel somewhere to marry your boo. You can stay right there, and you can do it. This is awesome. Like, I'm very happy for this.
I'm done. To marry your boo. I'm done. I'm done.
Anyways, let's get into the sports. But yeah, I just wanted to shout that out. You know, it's nice to be aware of your political stuff. But we had the NBA draft was last night. Some very, very, very big moves made for some teams looking to go somewhere in the future. Karl-Anthony Towns obviously went first, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they're already saying that he's the face of the organization, which, you know, makes sense. T-Wolves don't really have too much talent right now. I'm interested to see what they do. They're probably going to start him immediately, but they do have Nikolai Pekovic, who's a pretty good center as well. So, but they have some potential. They got Zach LaVine. They still have Ricky Rubio. They have Wiggins. They have Anthony Bennett. They have 3 number 1 draft picks on their team. So, I mean, hopefully.
And they're all extremely young. And then there's Kevin Garnett's still there, right?
Yeah, Kevin Garnett just went back to the T-Wolves, actually. So they have potential to do something. I mean, you know, it is the Western Conference at the end of the day. So the potential doesn't really get you too far. But, yeah, so T-Wolves picked up Karl-Anthony Towns. At number 2, the Lakers picked up D'Angelo Russell at point guard. Very good pickup, in my opinion. You know, people were talking about the Lakers were looking for Rondo. So I was a little surprised by it, but it was a great move for the Lakers, definitely.
People were wondering why we didn't pick up Jahlil Okafor, and the reason for that is because we want someone who's already in the league. That's why we have to talk about some free agency. Kevin Love opted out with the Cavs, so he's available. LaMarcus Aldridge opted out with the Blazers, so he's available. Those are the guys we're looking for. Did I forget one of them? DeAndre Jordan from the Clippers opted out. All those guys, we're all trying to get those guys. And since I'm already talking about free agency and the Cavs, because, you know, you lose a championship, everyone wants out. J.R. Smith opted out, and LeBron is testing free agency. I swear I said on this show that if he lost this, he was going back to Miami. He might not go to Miami, but the people are saying maybe the Lakers, and Armand and I were talking before the show how ridiculously unfair that would be. But hey, if it gets me some championship rings, I'm okay with it. But then LeBron would get championship rings.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel.
The win-lose for you. But it's funny because, like, LeBron signed his contract last year, and everyone's talking about how he has this 1-year player option, and they were all shocked by it. But it makes sense because, you know, LeBron wasn't happy in Cleveland initially. He left. He wasn't happy in Miami. He left. He's clearly not loyal. So him going to Cleveland for a year and then losing, it's not surprising that he's testing the waters. He's going to see where he can get money from. He also has a bad relationship with David Gilbert. I feel like his
Blatt.
Well, yeah, Blatt's the coach. Gilbert, his name's David Gilbert, right? Something like that. I don't know. But the owner Gilbert, they have some bad relations as well. But anyways, I lost my point. Damn it.
It's okay. Let me keep going about the draft. Texas had one guy go. Miles Turner went in 11. That was really surprising for me. He went to the Pacers. I don't know how that's about to go. Roy Hibbert is trying to stay with the Pacers, so now they have another big man. Miles Turner going 11th. That was very early. I'm unsure about that decision. But, hey, Pacers, that's you, not me. Y'all do what you need to do. But, yeah, the draft kind of went how we thought it would. One surprise thing was the Knicks with the 4th pick? They picked up Kristaps Porzingis. And he's actually really good. Like, we learned about him in class. He's really good. He's from Latvia, and he played in Spain. He's really good. He's 7'1". I mean, he just really needs to build up some more muscle. But Knicks fans went crazy mad. They were pissed, and they don't know enough about this guy. Like if I'm Kristaps, I'm like, dang, like y'all just booed me. Like he stood up and he was getting booed because it was in Barclays Center. So I feel bad for the guy. I promise he got talent. So Knicks fans out there, like, don't worry. You have bigger issues in Melo than you do in this Kristaps. He has talent. He just needs to hit them weights, and I think he'd be good.
Right, yeah, no. It was definitely funny to see the Knicks fans' reactions because this is just what the Knicks do every year. Granted, it was not a bad pick. He's a very talented guy, but there are always these really big names that are coming out into the league, and the Knicks never pick the big names. They always pick some random guy from some random country or some random team, and sometimes they pan out, sometimes they don't. Darko Milicic, Danilo Gallinari wasn't really all that good for them. But yeah, it's just funny. This is like typical New York Knicks. It's like they have the opportunity. Jahlil Okafor was still on the board, I believe. Maybe. But yeah, no, the Knicks had the opportunity to pick up some pretty Justice Winslow. They had
a high enough pick where, I mean, except for Towns and D'Angelo, I mean, they could have taken anybody. Knicks fans are pissed. Stephen A. Smith was pissed as someone who, I guess he's not a Knicks fan, but he's in New York. I don't know. People are pissed. You know, you gotta trust the Zen master. Like, you can't doubt Phil Jackson. As a Lakers fan, I have full faith in Phil Jackson. I believe the Knicks should as well. I think Porzingis is a good pickup. I really do. Something we gotta talk about is these Philadelphia 76ers drafted 2 centers. Man, they have 5 centers on that team. They have Joel Embiid, who they got last year. Joel Embiid had the tweet of the draft. He tweeted, okay, ... And so the 76ers have been renamed the Philadelphia 70 Centers. Be sure to copy jersey with the new name.
That's hilarious. But yeah, so overall there were some good pickups made. It was pretty predictable. We all knew. We kind of had an idea who was going where. In terms of some other offseason moves, Lance Stevenson will be joining the Los Angeles Clippers, but I think it will be very good for them. Lance Stevenson's a very talented guard, forward, combo kind of guy.
And he's funny.
He's very funny. Yeah, he's very funny. No one will ever forget him blowing in LeBron James' ear. So maybe he can blow in the Western Conference team's ears and get the Clippers to the NBA Finals finally. But yeah, no. And now we, of course, have to talk about the NBA Finals, which ended, a week or so ago. But we got to talk about it. The Warriors did end up winning that series in 6 games. So big congratulations to them. Andre Iguodala ended up getting the Finals MVP.
My man. Everyone's mad. Why didn't LeBron win MVP? Listen, I'm going to say it for you real simple. Most valuable player. What's valuable about you if your team lost? You couldn't have been that valuable. Y'all lost. Okay? That's the end of the story. That's all you need to know. If you lost, you cannot be an MVP, a Finals MVP in my opinion. That's just stupid to me. I don't know how Armand feels about this, but I thought it was a great finals. Andre Iguodala deserved that MVP. Andre went off. Off. Incredible. Shout out to Iggy. He deserved this. Well done.
Yeah, it was absolutely the finals that I expected to be. And, there's definitely an argument to be made for LeBron James being MVP. Obviously, it would be very weird for it to go to the player of a team who lost. But to put up 35.5 points a game, 8.8 rebounds, I believe. No, I think he averaged like 12 rebounds, like 8.8 assists. Like LeBron James had an MVP type series. And
but if you lost, would you want to win the Finals MVP? You want them, so they get the trophy, right? And then they hand out MVP. So you want to just like waltz on over there, say thanks, and then walk into your locker room and cry?
True. No, that's a very good point.
I wouldn't want to win it if I was LeBron. You lost, bro. Like, go and sulk. And then go and switch to another team because that's what you're going to do. But, like, I wouldn't. I don't think it should go to a losing player. Like I said, nothing's valuable about a loser.
That's fair. But I do think that LeBron deserves some type of compliment for the series he had. Granted, the Cavs had nobody else besides him. Tristan Thompson was okay, but he's not a big-name guy you can rely on to lead your team. Granted, he averaged a double-double. Dellavedova was good for his first 3 games, locking up Steph Curry, and then he was crap the rest of the series. J.R. Smith was nowhere to be found, except for the last 2 minutes of Game 6, where he decided he wanted to win and he wanted to chuck all those threes. But yeah, it's very unfortunate for the Cavs. And to be honest, in my opinion, the Warriors didn't even play like good team basketball. Like Steph Curry and Klay didn't really go off at the same time. It was
they were never Splash Brothers. They were Splash individuals. Okay, like Klay would be like Fat Boy Cannonball splashing, right? And Steph is over there with a sprinkler. Okay. And then it flipped, and it was never at the same time because I think it was Game 6 where Steph went off and Klay had like 6 points.
Yeah, no, Klay Thompson really didn't have a good series overall. Obviously, Andre Iguodala played very well defensively, even though LeBron James put up crazy numbers, so it's not like he locked up LeBron James. But to guard the best player on that team and for them to beat them, it was obviously a great series for Iguodala. People are saying, oh, he didn't really deserve MVP because the Cavs left him open. He made a lot of wide open shots. I mean, wide open doesn't automatically mean you're going to make them. You still have to knock the shot down, even if you're left open.
I forget the exact statistic, but what needs to be known is when he was guarding LeBron was not making a lot of his shots. I don't remember the exact statistic, but I mean, he played great defense on LeBron when he was covering him. Mind you, Iguodala's first start of the entire season was in the finals. What was it, Game 2?
Game 2 or 3, I believe.
Something, this is old news for us, so it's kind of hard. But so PB wanted to say hi. All right. But I mean, you got to give hats off to that because there's just so many factors into it. So I'm so happy he won. Team party in Las Vegas. Supposedly Draymond Green partied the hardest. He was completely drunk at the parade. I mean, trashed. Watch some videos from that because he was trashed.
We also got to give some credit to Steph Curry. Steph Curry struggled the first 3 games, ended up averaging 27 points for the series, 27.7. There was definitely an argument to be made for him to get MVP as well, but he definitely held it down. He made a lot of clutch shots, stepped it up.
He didn't get any MVP votes.
Right, none. Yeah, Andre Iguodala got 7, LeBron James got 4, Steph Curry got 0, which is very, very surprising in my opinion. I mean, granted, Steph Curry went into the series with a lot of pressure as the MVP. This is his first NBA Finals. The Warriors are a very young team. Nobody on that team had been to the Finals before, and LeBron was dealing with a pretty young team of players. A lot of them didn't go to the Finals either, but the Warriors really, really stepped it up. And as far as them going back next year, the Warriors have a lot of young talent who's going to be looking to get money now that they all have rings, and they're all like very good. Draymond Green is a very great defender, very great player. Harrison Barnes is very good. Andre will probably stay. Steph and Klay, they'll probably keep around. But the Warriors have a lot of pieces that will probably be looking to go elsewhere. So if a couple guys leave, not entirely certain, especially with the way free agency is looking. It was just announced today that Tim Duncan will be looking to take a pay cut so the Spurs can pursue LaMarcus Aldridge. So if the Spurs land LaMarcus Aldridge, they're right back in the mix for the finals. I mean, they're in the mix every season, but with LaMarcus Aldridge on that team that's already crazy,
we'll talk about this a day when we're not trying to recap the last 5 weeks, but I don't find LaMarcus to be a good fit for San Antonio, but we'll talk about that. Another thing I got to talk about, U.S. Open happened. Spieth, my Longhorn man, won it. This thing was crazy. I mean, as crazy as golf can get, this was crazy. What was the guy's name? Oh, Dustin Johnson was in the lead. So Spieth was ahead of him. He finished. He was 4 under par. Then Dustin Johnson goes, and I mean, he gets hit. He has a putt. It was, I think, 12-footer. He hits this. It's his, okay? If he hits it in 2 shots, it goes into the extra holes on the next day. They do another 18 holes. Okay, 3 shots, which I never even thought would happen. And Jordan wins. The third one happened, okay? Dustin Johnson somehow missed a 12-foot shot 3 times. So he hit it past the hole again and then got it in. Jordan Spieth won by kind of won in a bad way, a way he didn't like to win. But now he has won the Masters and the U.S. Open. That means he is halfway to the Grand Slam. He's going to be playing in the British Open next month. If he wins that, I mean, he's making history. No one's ever done the Grand Slam in the modern era. The last guy to get 3 of them was, I think, Ben Hogan, which was I think in the 70s or so, maybe earlier than that. So this could be huge for Jordan. So root for Jordan next month. U.S. Open. It's going to be, British Open. It'll be great. I got into golf because of him.
Word. So congratulations to Jordan Spieth. There's some wild stuff going around my town. Yeah, congratulations to Jordan Spieth. 21 years old, killing the game. It's with every sport. There's always the old stars gotta kind of move out for the young.
Wait. Speaking of old stars, Tiger Woods didn't make the first cut. I mean, he played horribly. At one point, he swung and his club went flying. Another point, he fell down a hill trying to get a ball. I mean, Tiger needs to take a break. We need to have a whole day where we discuss this because I have a lot to say, but Tiger was a mess. And so Jordan Spieth and like Rory McIlroy are kind of like the new era in golf.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're glad we could talk to you guys. It's been a while. We will be back next week with some more in-depth looks at some certain things that we got to kind of glaze over a little bit. Off-season, NBA off-season is going nuts. Baseball season going well. Yankees have a winning record, so that's always something to be happy about. And the NFL is coming up very shortly. So it's summertime. It's all about the sports, and we shall give you sports and sometimes some politics. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we shall see you next week.